thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the light. Crush those pearls, let's take the ride. Come in here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
The pearls were bound together through the storm and darkest weather. We search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. We're a family, we hold strong. Together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars. Searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heartfelt plea. We are one in this community. In the night or in the day, girls will light and lead the way. Justin's heart and your support. Together we will hold the fort. Daily grind, but we're not stopping. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. Got our pearls and our laughter too. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all
Bonjour, bonjour. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. We are doing National Missing Children's Day, and I have a special guest for you for that. Really do appreciate you all for joining me. Could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is May 25th, 2025. It is currently 10:24 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Okay, let's get Josh up here. Joshua,
What's happening?
hello. Thank
Hey,
you
how
so
are
much
you?
for joining me.
Yeah, man. Thanks for asking.
Of course, of course. It's
Somebody saying your
I
mic.
my
Like
my
that.
oh,
Yeah.
hold on. I have had everything tore up. That's why. 1 second. 1 second. There we go. That's better. I know it
Yeah.
is.
How's
So
mine? How does mine sound?
yours sounds great.
Beautiful.
Yours sounds great. My battery went out in my camera. So I don't what kind of camera do you use?
I just used the one on my Mac.
Oh, really? It's that good?
Yeah.
My,
Yeah, it's kind of a newer Mac.
I've got one of like
Newish.
the gaming laptops, and it really sucks. It really sucks, the camera.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's bad. But so I use like the Sony ZV-1 or something like that, and it's constantly charged because it's plugged in, but not today or not yesterday, but last night it's on. I'm waiting for new batteries tomorrow. So I charged it all night. I was like, Lord, let it resuscitate this thing for one more day.
Well, you have to get special batteries.
Yeah. What's
You can't just go to CVS and like get a couple batteries.
well, it's just like a regular camera, except you turn it into live.
Like a Canon or something.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah. Guys, thank you all really for joining me. I really, really do appreciate it. I need to see, guys, if y'all have donated, thank you so much for donating. I really do appreciate it. I did St. Jude. I was going to do Shriners, but I couldn't find Shriners on the thing. Because I've always I donate to St. Jude every single month. Since each kid that I have has been born, I donate a certain amount in their name since they've been born every single month to St. Jude, and I really need to donate to Shriners too, because Shriners is good as well. But it is National Missing Children's Day, and it seems like it's getting more attention this year, even throughout the country, throughout the world, really. I was, even though it's technically only celebrated in America, but I was looking at places in like South Korea and stuff, things were going on today. So that's really
for missing
like
children.
national, like missing children and stuff. Like they were.
I thought it was Korean Heritage Day, but
it might be. But they were doing something on the news with Korea.
I saw Kim Jong-un covered up his one of his like he was trying to launch something and it sunk, and then they put a bunch of tarps over it. Standard.
I wish he would have sunk.
Yeah. He almost did. Like,
what is it?
It sounds like he almost did.
Wouldn't hurt my feelings any.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny.
Yes. Thank you, Brenda. Every dollar does count. If you guys can donate a little or a lot, it would be appreciated. It is 100% tax deductible. You will get a receipt immediately via your phone or email,
Mm.
and you can share it out on your any of your social media as well. It'll give you a link so you can share it out on your social media, and it really, really helps. It doesn't matter what, whoever goes into St. Jude, it
Did
all,
you
what is it?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it doesn't matter who goes in St. Jude, whether you have insurance, no insurance, you just go. And these are people at their really the worst of their life. And, I was kind of thinking of the irony a little bit, how kind of Sebastian's case is kind of linked with St. Jude to an extent.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. Almost halfway to the goal. Woohoo!
The
Doesn't
St. Jude's is my favorite charity,
Mhm.
because it does something that I don't know. It almost feels like the Lord's work.
It is. It
It-
really is.
the people that work there, taking care of children, are angels. The children that are admitted there are angels,
Mhm.
and it's one of the most wholesome charities that you could ever ask for. And now all charities that involve children, missing children, exploited, anything
Mhm.
like that, all of that is very, very great. And it's good to see other people across the internet today doing that as well. So kudos
Um,
to everybody.
One thing that I really appreciate St. Jude even further is they do a tremendous amount of research into childhood cancer, and they give all of the technology and everything they learn to other hospitals.
Yeah, they're not trying
It's not
to
about money
yeah,
with
they're
them.
not trying to patent a cure.
Right.
They're trying to
Right.
spread it.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah, and so that's one of the things I really appreciated about, St. Jude is just the amount of research, because just it tears your heart out to see a kid sick like that. It
Yeah. Yep.
really does.
Those, and a lot of the time we're just seeing them from like commercials and stuff. And it's it's heartbreaking to watch.
I'm telling you, if you have a children's hospital in your area, if you ever go to a children's hospital, it you will walk out of there feeling so blessed. Like, just what problems do I have? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I have been to them, and um it's really, really bad.
Yeah, well,
Really sad.
like UCSF, down in San Francisco, they treated my son when he was going through his epilepsy, and um, it was the children's part of it.
Mhm.
They deal with a lot of children that have terminal illness, and uh, it's but it's there's a lot of really amazing volunteers and people that care and show up, donate more than money, time, and if you don't have money to donate, just being here, spreading the word,
Mhm.
sharing this live out, sharing any of the lives out that people are donating, um, that's how you can help, and because it's a great thing.
Yes. Yes, it absolutely is. Thank you guys all for donating. I really do appreciate it. It doesn't show me on StreamYard, so I'm trying to flip back and forth, but everything that you donate, thank you from the bottom of my heart and Josh's heart as well. So it's going to be 4 years with Summerwell's case, isn't it? Is it
Yeah.
4?
It'll be
4
4 years.
years upcoming. Did you see Leslie mention
I did.
about Summerwell's? What was
I
your
did.
thoughts on that?
Second verse, same as the first.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to be cynical about it, but
Right. No.
when I used to really get my hopes up, not just in the Summer Wells case, but many of them,
Mm-hmm.
and continuously hurts when nothing moves forward. And I'm not blaming anybody or being critical. It's a terrible thing.
Yeah, it's terrible when there are people just walking free. And in my opinion, she was just discarded.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. That's the thing, is that I don't. Without having any like intimate knowledge of, law enforcement. A lot of the times it's just that they just can't prove it. That's the problem with a lot of these cases,
Yeah.
and it stinks.
They got stuff, but I don't think they got enough.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta be willing to put it in front of a jury.
Mm-hmm.
And I just I don't think it's that they have enough and that they won't move forward with it. I just don't think that they have enough evidence. And I wish, as much as I wish that they did, they don't. Apparently. Right. I mean, that's what they've even said. I mean, I think it was last year that the TBI, I can't remember his name, but he was just like, we don't have the answers that we're looking for yet, but we're going to, or that we'll figure it out. And so I know that missing children cases can go on and on and on.
Have you seen Jonathan Hoang's case?
No, I haven't.
I can't remember if it's Oregon or Washington. I've covered it. I can't remember. I think it's Oregon. And exactly like Sebastian Rogers. Exactly. He's older. I think he's 21 or 22, but he's autistic and he goes to school, right? And you can still go to high school up until you're like 21 or 22.
Yeah.
So he goes on walks every day, right? He comes back from his walk. You can see him coming back from a walk. There's video footage of him, the pathway that he takes. He comes back home. His mom says he goes straight to his bedroom at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
Doesn't hear from him the rest of the night. She goes to get him up for school the next morning, and he's not there. There is no scent of him. There is no video. There's no anything. Nothing. Dad is Asian. Mom is American. She writes children's books. So yeah.
When did this happen?
That's amazing. Burnt popcorn. Recently. Let me see here.
Stare.
Let's see here. And the family or the community has been really supporting them. How do we okay, never mind. Hoang.
What's
Okay.
the name
Yeah,
of what's
I'm
the
gonna
child?
play it.
Okay.
This is about missing kids today, so
This man believes someone lured her brother into a car.
We thought maybe he would be right back. You know, that's the only thing that makes sense. And they just wouldn't listen. They just kept searching the woods.
After an exhaustive search of the woods near Jonathan's home early this month yielded no results,
They focused their efforts so much on the assumption that he was lost in the woods.
Jonathan's case moved to the Major Crimes Unit.
As neighbors, we're not really satisfied with what's happening.
Neighbors are questioning the sheriff's office's investigation.
We've not heard anything from the sheriff's office in terms of interviews or anybody else. Like, I'm not even sure a neighbor's been actually talked to.
Meanwhile, the family
He's found actionable, tangible leads that could be investigated.
has hired a private investigator. Based on information obtained by their private investigator, the family has their suspicions of who might be involved in this, but since investigators don't have the authority to obtain warrants, their hands are tied. Courtney O'Keefe says the sheriff's office's lead investigator on his case is actively reviewing footage the family collected.
On Thursday, the family provided a thumb drive to the detective with a substantial amount of surveillance that they went and collected.
Jonathan's iPad could be key to finding his location, but the sheriff's deputy told the family, quote, Apple will not.
So he is there is an iPad that was missing, and allegedly he didn't have any shoes, but he may have had his mom's slippers on. There's an iPad, but because he's over 18, they can't break in the iPad because he's an adult, and they didn't have any sort of rights over him. They didn't have the paperwork done. He is autistic, yes.
Not provide any further information as they are no longer viewing the case as exigent under their guidelines.
They need to make clear a missing and endangered, vulnerable person with a disability.
Irene says the family has no oversight over the ways in which deputies described the urgency of the situation to Apple.
Is really frustrating. And it's the only thing we know with certainty is that wherever he went, he took his iPad with him.
Anyone who sees Jonathan should call 911.
Or if they think they've seen him in the past 2 weeks, to please call 911 immediately.
Maddie White, King 5 News.
So that's pretty well.
So he's 18.
He's 21 or 22.
Gotcha. And
What happened to
Sorry, go ahead.
and he lives with his parents.
With his mom and his dad.
Okay. And he's diagnosed autistic.
Yes. I would say more autistic than more on the spectrum than Sebastian.
So does he need care like constantly?
I mean, they let him go for walks by himself.
Yeah.
You know, but there's like, I'll show you, like there's a birthday video and you can hear him talk.
Jonathan Hoang? The 21-year-old with autism vanished on March 30th when he left his home in Arlington. And despite an extensive search, his family has been critical of how the Snohomish County Sheriff's Office is handling the case. Well, good evening and thanks for joining us for the Spotlight. I'm David Rose. Jonathan's family is now getting help from a National Autism Foundation that contends because Jonathan is a vulnerable adult, this case should have immediately been investigated as a crime. The Spotlight's Jennifer Dowling spoke with his dad.
Unbearably painful because we're unable to help him.
Tao Hoang and his son Jonathan, pictured here as a child, have always been close. Since his disappearance, he's feared the worst.
He's scared he doesn't have his medication.
Loved ones created an online petition April 26th to call for the sheriff's office to elevate it from a missing persons case to a criminal case and to form an interagency task force.
We were just desperate and we just didn't know what to do.
Tao says they were able to get a meeting with the sheriff.
I'm very thankful that we were able to secure Sheriff Johnson's attention. Up until yesterday, we didn't really felt being heard.
The court recently designated him as Jonathan's legal guardian, which has helped him to gather his son's medical history.
So that we have the whole history of his medical record in terms of his disability. So that was not available to us previously. The other one is we now can advocate on his behalf.
He also hopes it will help him gather more of Jonathan's iPad and electronic history.
There is a digital footprint of him somewhere, and that hasn't really been thoroughly invested yet.
I reached out to the sheriff's office about that digital investigation. Investigators say detectives work with Apple, Google, and Microsoft to review any activity on Jonathan's accounts and receive cooperation from all three companies and determine there has been no activity since he was missing. Detectives also conducted a digital analysis of his cell phone and computer that were left behind, but nothing of evidentiary value was found on these devices. Additionally, investigators say Apple is unable to locate the iPad using the Find My app, and it doesn't have cellular data, so it can't be pinged or tracked in real time. Tao says the family is now pushing for investigators to make a formal request called letters of preservation to save the data from being wiped.
It's a active investigation. It could very well be done already, but we don't know that for a fact.
Until then, Tao says he'll keep searching.
We know he's asking for help and we cannot help him. So it's really, really hard.
For the Spotlight, I'm Jennifer Dowling.
The Autism Foundation is challenging the sheriff's office statement that.
And he's got here, I'll show you a video of him right here where he's got this right here. Thank you, Glue. Appreciate you. He'll talk a little bit right here.
2, 3, jump! Jump! Big eyes.
He'll talk with his birthday picture. Very similar to Sebastian.
Oh, sorry. Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Irene. Happy birthday to you.
He's a cute little guy. He really is. I agree, many Panthers. This is Mom. This video makes me want to cry.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear JJ. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, can I blow out the candles with my hand now?
Okay. Not working. You gotta lick the candle. There. Oh, use both my hands.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean,
It's so tough.
so I mean, so they did a ground search for him when he was reported missing, but they couldn't
Same
find
thing.
him.
Same, very, very similar. I mean, really. I mean, he's even got a picture of like in Costco, like Sebastian.
Yeah.
I mean, just the irony of it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, depending on his online activity, he very well could have been targeted.
Did you see this girl who she is 15, sorry. I was speaking about her yesterday, and two guys started speaking to her, and comes from a really good family, Josh. And they told him to meet up in Las Vegas, and she was going to school, and mom dropped her off absolutely fine. Instead of going to school, she goes to the next gas station, she gets a snack and a drink, and then she hops a train and goes about 30 miles, and she's very sheltered. You know, she comes from a really good family, and they really sheltered her. And she's missing now, and they arrested one of them.
On what charges?
He was sending his.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Say no more. Did he? So they don't know if she ever made it there.
Well, the other one they're looking for right now, he could be with her right now.
I mean, that would probably be a great place to start. So one of them is in jail, and the other one is they can't locate him. They want to talk to him, but they can't locate him.
Mm-hmm. Alisa Petrov, I can show you.
The one that they haven't caught is not a good person. Well, look, anybody talking to an underage child like that, trying to lure them across, was it across state lines?
Oh yeah. Yeah. One's in Florida, one's in Texas.
You're trying to get her to go to Vegas.
Yeah. You know, I can find people, you know that.
Sure.
I'm gonna say. And I was digging on him yesterday. Digging. And he's a slippery one. This guy is a slippery one. Hard, like he deletes everything from years ago. I don't know how the hell he deleted stuff from years ago. You'd forget your password. But he did. Even his MySpace accounts.
Wow. I mean, yeah, if that doesn't scream suspicious, I don't know what does. It's really sickening.
He's a slimy one. Here, let me show you. Alisa. How do you spell her last name? Petrov. Well, here, that's interesting. Right here it is.
Say this 15-year-old girl is missing and in danger. She hasn't been seen since April on this surveillance video. Now, two men who are from states away are facing charges.
Inya grimy, like the collar's off. You know what I mean? Like their collar is even off.
I know.
Freaks.
Charges sexual exploitation of a minor, and one of them is still at large. What we know about them and the sick and twisted things they allegedly said to this young girl before she vanished. We're on the case presented by Law and Crime. I'm Chris Stewart.
I mean, how else could she have gone missing? Honestly.
Well, I mean, mom, dad, they just got back from like a skiing trip not too long ago, and
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, at what point? I mean, say that. I mean, I guess it's possible that she was abducted by a stranger because she was on her own on the way there. Probably unlikely, but wouldn't they know if she made it to the? What is she on the Greyhound?
She was just asking, how do I get to Vegas? I don't think she had any money, and she had an iPad hid, and it was on Instagram that she was talking to these freaks. Alisa Petrov.
Terrible thing. It's terrible.
See, she's leaving. This is right after she left the school. Let's see here. Watch this.
What they allegedly told this girl online, it is too graphic and too disturbing to say on the
I read it yesterday. I read the probable cause affidavit, and let me tell you something. I was nauseous reading it. It was terrible.
Yeah, but so I thought you said that she was trying to catch a bus.
She caught a train.
Oh, okay.
She caught a train and went 30 minutes somewhere, and then she was asking adults, how does she get to Vegas? And she's been missing since April 21st.
And nobody thought that this young girl asking how to get to Vegas was suspicious. nobody called the cops or anything.
I don't know. I think that there was somebody that called in at some point.
Yeah.
It's bad. Watch this.
I'll get more into that in just a moment, but this here is one of the last known images of Petra before she went missing. It's from a convenience store. This was put out by the South Jordan, Utah Police Department. Police say from that store, she was given a ride by an unknown person to a nearby train station, and she took a train to Provo, Utah. That's roughly 20 minutes south. Police have surveillance of her on foot in Provo, but then she disappears. She was last seen wearing baggy jeans, a Harvard University t-shirt, a black hoodie, and wearing a dark school backpack. She is 5'3" tall. Alisa's parents have been very vocal in trying to find their daughter, but also making sure the public understands this is not just a case of a young girl running away from home. Here's the website they have launched with pictures of Alisa, with flyers and information on where people can go if they have tips. They're also offering a $20,000 reward. Police say after Alisa went missing, they found an iPad in her room that revealed that she was allegedly speaking with older men online. Police found several conversations on the iPad through a hidden Instagram account, and those conversations were with a man identified as Matt. Police say Matt was later identified as 35-year-old Matthew Menard, who lives in Miami. His full name, Matthew Nicholas Menard. According to the probable cause affidavit we read through, Menard knew Alisa was 15, and at one point, police say that Menard asked Petrov, quote, "Are you secretly 15?" And Petrov replies, "WTF, of course, yeppers, I'm actually in middle school." Police say after it was established that Petrov was 15, Menard said, quote, "But FR though, when we meet, we gonna be expletive all night." And that is just some of the sexually explicit things this 35-year-old man allegedly said to this 15-year-old girl online. Court documents show that Menard also allegedly told the girl to send nude pictures of herself, with Menard referring to himself as, quote, "daddy." Police say for several months.
Of course he did.
I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
Whatever happened, it's like
whatever happened to hanging people. I mean, seriously, public hangings,
dumpster. I mean, that's about it's just nonstop, and not like the punishments aren't deterring any. They're not deterring these pervs like at all.
No, they can't be rehabilitated. They
not only can they not be rehabilitated, it's at such an alarming rate because they don't actually put up like a decent amount of time. Although in the town that I live in, there was a case of I think the guy was 28, and he had assaulted two young girls, 9 and 10, over and over. for quite some time, and he was actually just sentenced to 50 years in prison, which was kind of a landmark sentence. And I was, it's still not enough, but it was a good sentence.
Yeah, we
but they're
here we
getting
sentence them hard.
yeah,
We
but they're
do.
getting out. They're reoffending. They're telling them to be on a registry. They're not registering. They're skipping it. They get a warrant out for not registering. They do 6 months in jail. Then they go back out, and then they don't do it again. And there is nothing stopping these guys. Like the Cain Velasquez case. I don't know if you know about that, but he's a
No.
UFC fighter. I believe it was his daughter or niece, and she was assaulted many times at a daycare. And he showed up at the sentencing. The guy was given bail. He chased him down the road, shot at him. He's now doing 5 years in prison for that, while the guy is still out on bond waiting trial, which he'll get less than 5 years. Oh yeah.
What?
Oh yes. It's terrible.
The way this, the way our system is, like the way they stack it, sometimes is just not fair. You know what I mean? Like they'll go, like for non-violent offenders, they'll get like 30 years for, some off the wall drug or whatever.
I know.
And there these pervs out here, they'll get 2 years for harming a child that's fucked up,
Well,
in the head.
I had a cousin that went to prison for 10 years for armed robbery when he was 18. And armed robbery is it was of a convenience store. I think he ended up with like $300. I mean, he was like 10 years. I was probably, I don't know, 10 at the time when it happened. I think he's like 8 years older than me. He was just 18 and he got 10 years. And then a kid that I went to school with got charged with like child photos and things like that. And he got 3 years.
Ronnie Lawson's son. Look at him.
I don't get it.
Ronnie Lawson's son. This is the sheriff of Hawkins County. He was uploading, and uploading is supposed to be a more intense charge because you are distributing it to the masses, right? He got 364 days in the county jail. And then how many years of probation?
It was a suspended 19-year sentence.
Yeah, suspended 19 years.
So if he reoffends, then he has to do 19 years. But I mean, I'm sure
Daddy will make sure that doesn't happen.
Well, look, sometimes it's nice to know people. Unfortunately, but I mean, if Ronnie Lawson, I don't know. I don't know what strings he pulled. I just know that it was a really light sentence for what he was charged with. And didn't he take an Alford plea too?
Yes. Compare that. Well, just compare it to anybody else in Hawkins County who did similar. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, that's what I know. I don't understand it. I mean, I understand why he got a favorable sentence, but any man that of the law shouldn't matter. He's a danger.
I think where there is any sort of website that kids are allowed on, like 13 or up, which is like technically Facebook. I think it's 12 or 13, something like that. RSO should not be on any social media.
Dude, when my kids, my kids are grown and basically out of the house, depending on the day when, they need to raid the refrigerator or not. But I just used to flat out tell my kids, I monitor the internet. I look at your messages.
Damn right.
And I just do. I know who you talk to. And I'm not spying on you because I'm telling you, I monitor all of these. And until you're, 18 or, I think I probably stopped around 16 or 17, but I just flat out told them, like, this is how it is. And I had no regrets of doing that. And it wasn't like I was just spying on them where I would go, oh, look, I'm going to go see what they're. No, the fact of the matter is they knew that I was monitoring what was going on. Not that I didn't trust them, trusted them fine. I don't trust other people.
Right. Bingo.
So that's what I would do. And
you have to.
Yeah. I did. As soon as they got sort of their own devices, like iPads or iPod, I would just say, I'm looking at your stuff. I'm going to look at it. I pay the bill. These devices actually belong to me. And it's my job to protect you. And
that's part of it.
We never had any issues with it. And I would probably once a week, I'd probably do it. I would even tell them I need to, when they're 10, 11, 12, I would go through their phone, all the time. Not all the time, but I mean,
regularly.
When necessary. Absolutely. But I think that kind of cut down on a lot of riffraff. So
yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, even my kids, like, when they first started playing Nintendo kind of, all the games and all that, like, I had to approve stuff from my phone.
Oh yeah.
Because it's connected to my phone.
Yeah,
and that's the way it is still.
Parent stuff on, but I made it just a very a known thing, that I will be looking at this stuff. And I do not under any circumstances think that was an invasion of their privacy. Because I told them.
No, it's not.
So?
Listen, when you're talking out to the outside world, you don't have privacy when you're 18 and under 18. You don't have it with talking to the outside world on the device that you're paying for per month. When there is a bunch of freaks out there, and listen, you walk outside of your four walls of your home, it's in every neighborhood, Josh.
Of course.
So
I know it's crazy, and that's what I'm saying. That I had a friend that, well, I'm still friends with him, but he told me a crazy story. Much later in life, after the fact, and there was a baseball park that it was kind of a rec center, but it had like a bocce ball court, basketball courts, but it had 3 baseball fields. So it was just sort of it's called Redwood Fields. And he was there. He lived right down the street from there. It was a place that we were at all the time. And I remember he was telling me that a guy in a van rolled up right next to him, said, it's getting late. You should probably go home. I'll give you a ride. Hop in. And he said, no. He was probably like 12. And the guy says, get in. I'm taking you home. He claimed that he was like he worked at the facility or something. And we had never heard of anything like that. Anyway, he took off through the woods. And luckily he was only like 3 blocks from home. I remember when he told me that, I was just like, dude, that was obvious. And he was like, he's like, I'm pretty positive he was trying to abduct me. I was like, he absolutely was. So weird.
I saw this kid. She was literally in her front yard, but it was at the end of her front yard, and there was this like an intersection, and this car stops, and it was on camera, and he gets out real quick and he goes to grab her like that, and she does something brilliant. She thought so quickly, which I would have not thought that. She gets straight down on the ground, just lays the like flat on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
That was brilliant for a kid to do, because that makes a hell of a lot harder for them to get you. And she just lays flat on the ground, and she's just not going anywhere, and he just runs right back in his car, and she just starts screaming. It was just brilliant. I
I mean,
thought
there are people that roam the streets looking for that.
they're hunting.
I know. I think about the Michael Vaughn case all the time. It was terrifying. Terrifying.
I mean, if it can happen in Fruitland, Idaho,
Freaks are out there. Don't leave your kids alone, man. Don't
no, ever.
It's
ever.
and I hate to sound old, but it is just not like it was. I mean, I remember walking across town with my buddies all the time when we were like 10, 11, I didn't let my kids do that.
Chris McDonough's story about his son almost getting abducted gives me chills.
A crazy story. Do you know about that?
I don't think so.
It was right out in the front yard. He said he was doing dishes, and a guy pulled up and tried to yank his son in, his oldest son, tried to yank him into a car. And Chris was looking out the window, saw it happen, and I believe he chased the guy down. And then after that, he said that he took that as a sign that that's what he was going to do for the rest of his life. Tried to abduct him right in his own front yard.
Yeah, maybe I did. Maybe I did hear that. Now that you said the last part, yes.
Crazy story, man. He says it still gives him shivers thinking about it.
You replay that in your.
My God, you would never get over it. Thank God that he was able to. But I mean, it could happen to anybody, anytime, anywhere. Does it? It's just, it's very scary.
Yes.
But I do
remember when they had safe houses in neighborhoods. There would be orange sign with a black hand on it. No,
I don't remember that.
Mm-mm. I mean, I've heard of safe houses, but I don't know what they entail.
Yeah.
Louisville Slugger and Big Dogs. Yeah. I've got a special that I keep with me, and it's called a 38 special.
I got a home defense in the Desert Eagle.
Yes.
Very
I'll never forget it when I got my 38 special. I had literally just bought it, and I pull into CVS pharmacy, and I get it out of the case, and I'm looking at it like this. I'm looking at it, and I look up, and a guy's like this next to my window, and he's like, "I just wanted to see if you could spare a little change." I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
I was on a it was like an orchard farm with staying at my uncle's years ago. It was down in the valley, well past Sacramento. It's like Death Valley hot, and beautiful country, but it was a very isolated place. But he would have this this tractor equipment and just all kinds of equipment, really. But there was a guy that snuck up there, and he was stealing the copper off of one of the tractors. I think it was a tractor. I can't exactly remember.
Of course it was.
I remember he was like looking outside, and he goes into his room, and it looked like the gun from Dirty Harry. Like it was like a long barrel revolver. I'd never even seen anything like it, right? He goes right over to the window, taps on the window. Guy turns around, he waves at him. Guy just drops everything, takes off. And I said, "Yep, I need something like that."
Yeah,
thing was massive. It was like a hand cannon.
They're custom made, aren't they? They're like
it was psychotic. All I know is that I was like, wow, that was action. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know. It was massive.
My grandma and grandpa, they had which they're totally illegal, but they're was it like a sawed-off shotgun?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, and she had a double-barrel pistol.
That sounds like it's from the Civil War.
Probably was.
Pistol.
Probably was.
Got her bayonet on there too. Charge.
Probably.
I also do. Yeah, I have baseball bats like kind of strategically positioned around, but like we don't really get any action. But just in case.
Not me. I'm slow, so I just need to. I'm
for
not showing all that energy. No, mother chicken.
Yeah, everybody should protect themselves, no question about it.
And the feathers off of you,
and your children, you know. So,
oh yes,
it's really a scary thing, man. I tell you that it seems to, with technology becoming more and more intimate and conversations, and every app has a direct message. And now you have apps that hide messages, and kids have secret Instagram accounts, and you know,
and AI is going to make it even crazier, Josh.
It's already, it's out of hand already. Absolutely out of hand.
They're saying that the AI has already, people's already died from AI, like.
Oh, like they get into a relationship with a AI person. I've heard of that.
I don't know what exactly it is, to be honest with you. It was something on the news the other day. Oh yeah, it was getting in a relationship with an AI person.
Yeah. I saw something like that.
I mean, it's like it's real.
It's too much.
Yeah,
it's too much. Like you see like videos of like animals and stuff. Like I saw this video the other day of this anaconda, and it was, I don't know, it was probably like 500 feet long, and there were people going, "Oh my God, is that real?" And you're like, "Oh, it's not real." It looked real. 500-foot anaconda.
And it's just going to get even more advanced. I mean, really, AI started out in 2024. It's only 2025.
Yeah,
like for the masses.
There will be at some point probably some regulation.
Oh, there's going to have to be.
Oh, I would think so. I don't like those robots, dude. I don't like that shit.
The robots are creepy.
Dude, that's why I need a flamethrower.
Even when I got my Roomba, like that thing would crawl over the floor, and I would be like, "Ooh, that thing's weird as shit."
I know. Those Roombas are weird.
I guess you just got to get used to it. But what's his name? Elon Musk. He's selling the robots now.
Yeah,
you can buy them at a Tesla store.
Yeah, those things need to be set on fire immediately.
Yeah,
I hate them.
I mean,
nobody actually do that. Don't actually go do that. But I'm saying if I had one, I'd be like, if somebody gave me someone, I'd be like, it's going in the dumpster. I wouldn't want anything to do with it.
Does anyone know which of Justin's video has the camera? I don't know. I think no one is. Was someone timed out?
I don't know. Probably.
Are you going live tonight?
I am on After Dark. What time is it right now?
It's 11:18 East.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock.
Hold
on. Yeah, 10 o'clock.
You have anything you're specifically talking about?
No, not really.
Guys, drop Lab After Dark and Lab as well if you want. Make sure you guys sub up to Josh, Lab After Dark. He goes live. It's obviously after dark. It's very late for us here on the East Coast.
But I'm a West Coaster.
He's a West Coaster. It seems like in our community, it seems like more people are on the east or central, doesn't it?
Yes. Very
That's
rarely
it.
do I come across people from
One
California.
second.
Hold on. Now it's scheduled. So it's at 10 o'clock. So if you're on the East Coast, it's going to be 1 in the morning. But you can always watch it in the morning. So get rid of robots. We don't need them. We've done fine without robots. Somehow the pyramids were made. Not a big deal.
Exactly. They made the pyramids. I mean,
that's right.
Yeah.
Hit that if we want to have some fun tonight and laugh. Head over to After Dark and you'll I think you'll enjoy it. Maybe you won't. I have no idea.
Josh is freaking hilarious. He does very good impressions. Very good impressions. Probably what's my favorite impression of Josh? He does a lot of them. Probably Trump or McDonough.
I could do we got a lot of AI. And then McDonough would always say, hey Holmes, what's up? You munching on some corn dogs, buddy?
And some corn dogs, buddy? Yes.
You like some corn dogs?
Yes.
The guy likes corn dogs. What can I say? I don't. I don't even really like corn dogs that much, but I mean, it's just like, yeah.
Yes. Gray hues.
Oh God.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Yes, he does a great gray.
Please donate to my channel and pretend I'm a coffee shop.
What's
look who it is. Look who's in the chat.
Yes.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
He's talking about you, Chris.
Yeah. Good man.
What? Donate to charity and who?
And I donate to Charity and Destiny, my two favorite dancers. We're just hanging out, just running a little fundraiser here. Which, by the way, thank you everybody for showing up. It's awesome.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you all so much.
Welcome to the interview room.
Yes. Chris was live right before this, and I was watching.
Great coverage of Idaho. Great coverage. Just
he's really good.
The best people on there, man. I got to tell you,
he really does. He's got it down. I tell you, that's going to be the biggest trial since when?
OJ?
Yeah. I mean, that's
and it'll probably be bigger because of social media.
Yeah. I just can't think of one. I mean, it'll be bigger than Diddy.
Yeah.
Won't it?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I'm not even interested in Diddy. Like, he's just atrocious.
The trolls were running a mess. Well, the thing is that the people that think that Koberg is innocent, they don't just think he's innocent. They go. I'm not saying all, but they go overboard with it.
And listen, there are. I mean, I don't understand how anybody thinks this man did not do this.
It's just some people think different. Which is fine. That's what I'm saying. I don't even care about that. It's just like being crazy and telling people you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about. It's whatever, It's the same thing with the Karen Reed trial. I can't stand it.
I can't either. I don't even get into the Karen Reed stuff.
There's nothing to get into. People just want to rip each other. That's it.
Yeah. So I don't even.
Everybody's so concerned about things like that as soon as it's over, that Well, back to normal life for you, unless you're Karen Reed or the families.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, it's going to be huge, that trial. He creeps me
It'll
the hell
be
out.
the biggest trial of the last decade, at least.
I think if Brian Laundrie would have lived, I think that would have been huge as well. But that didn't happen. But other than that, I think this is going to be it.
Yeah, you think that guy was ever going to let anybody arrest him?
I mean, the things that just recently came out, like I should watch other people on like the opposite end of the spectrum that actually believe he's innocent, because I just want to see how they're wrapping this around their head.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like just the things like Dateline, put out.
Yeah.
I mean, after that, and that's just what they know.
Yeah.
We're not
I'm
even at trial.
Sure there's more coming down the pike.
Oh, you better believe it. You better believe it. Certainly.
It's going to be something.
It's going to be. It's coming up quick.
Yeah, I mean, I was very interested in the Alex Murdaugh trial.
Yeah, I was too.
That story fascinates me. It's terrible, but I have this thing of where husbands killing their wives is kind of something that I pay attention to.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing like the Barry Morphew case, D. Warner.
Listen, Barry Morphew, like they got to do something. Like they got to
move on it, man. They got to move on. Maya Miliete.
You took the words out of my mouth.
Yeah, those cases mean a lot to me, and so.
But Larry, also, he's in jail, right?
Yes.
At least he's in jail.
I believe he's bound over for trial. Yeah, but they don't have her body. But Barry Morphew.
Barry, he's a creep.
They need to do something. They need to do something.
Is he still in Mexico?
Probably.
Yeah.
I know he's not under arrest, and he should be.
His daughters support him, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I guess I can understand that.
I can understand. Of course, I can understand.
No, I wouldn't want to believe it either. But look, I unfortunately, I don't support my father, so, but I understand the need to not want to lose two parents. It sucks.
Yes. Yeah.
So,
it's a sobering reality.
Correct.
To say the least.
Correct.
And anything new about Monkey Vaughn case? Should be allegedly coming around the bike pretty soon.
Yeah, I think there's been some things that family's been dealing with, and
Brandy's been.
Yeah, she's been going through stuff.
She's a rock star, man.
Trying to get herself healthy.
I'm telling you, like, she is a tank. She really is.
Mm-hmm.
Just an incredible person. Brandy is, and her family, and the strength that she's had to talk and actually beg at times these cretins.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I know. And I just want to come to the computer and just deal with them myself.
Wouldn't be a bad idea, but we're not allowed to.
I know. It's frowned upon.
It's frowned upon by certain people. Yes, it is. That's what I was saying. That Cain Velasquez story. look, what he did was extremely reckless. He chased the guy down an open street, opened fire in public. You know, you can't do that stuff. But you know, who wouldn't want to? Matter of fact, I think it was the president. They just came up the other day. The president of the UFC, Dana White, bailed him out for $1 million. They paid his $1 million bail because he's like, I would have wanted to do the same thing, you know. And so I mean, like I said, I get it.
Yeah. It's crazy. Well, thank you so much, Josh.
Appreciate having me, man. Thank you.
Really do appreciate you. Guys, make sure you sub up to the Lab and Lab After Dark. They will put the links in chat. You're going live in
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half from now.
Yep, it's all scheduled. So if you
click the bell, want to thank you,
it's
Josh.
not really
for
true crime or
being-
anything. So but
Yeah,
on
it
the
just-
Lab we do it.
On the Lab,
I can tell you, you know, I don't really know. Whatever we talk about, we talk about. It's just kind of a late night thing, and so it's fun. And I know people do enjoy it that show up there, and we just kind of get after it. And by the way, the St. Jude's thing is super near and dear. You know, I think it's one of the greatest things, one of the greatest charities that you could donate to, and you can never go wrong, you know. So anyway, Justin, thank you. I'll catch you later, buddy. Thanks for having me up. Pearls, Lab Rats, and everybody else that's out there, whether we get along or not, thank you so much for doing wonderful things today.
Absolutely.
It's appreciated and respected, you know.
Wish we could do that more often.
Yeah, I hope so. And this was a good thing, a good day. Thank you guys. So it's awesome. All right. Take care.
You. All right, guys. Thank you all so very much. I will see you guys either over at Josh's or tomorrow. Today I went to a haunted place, sorta, if you will. And it's a very unique place that I will be doing a little documentary about. I did my voiceovers and stuff today, so I'm working. Yes, it's haunted, but really bad things happened there, and it's probably one of the most unique places that could be haunted. It's considered one of the most haunted places in America. So I drove there today, did some footage, and drove back, did the voiceover. No. Did you do paranormal stuff there? It's paranormal enough. I don't want any part of it. I plead the blood of Jesus and I'm out. I just need some footage. Ghost, don't mess with me. Well, lots of people died there. And it's on ancient Native American burial ground. And they didn't know it. And a lot of bad things happened. Stay tuned. It'll probably be coming out in 2 parts. I'm not telling you where it is yet. It's really interesting. Nothing else like it. Nothing else like it. The place in Miami? No. I can't go to Miami in there in one day. Part 1 won't be out tomorrow. I just did the voiceover today. So I've got to now do the editing. it's a lot to do a video. No, and not the Cecil Hotel. All right, guys. God bless you all. Thank you all so much. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, every one of you that donated, whether it's $1 or more. Thank you. If you wasn't able to donate tonight, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate you very, very much. Did they find Jack or Lily? They have not yet, but we're going to continue praying that they do, and we'll be live with it tomorrow. Good night, everyone. God bless you.